Hello. All right. So I am here today to share with you one of the little things that helps me a lot with stress and anxiety. And the irony of it is I'm going to talk to you about grounding or earthing. There's two different names that it's known as. And I'm sitting in a parking garage because I have to be. I delivered a child to their ballet class and now I'm going to wait for them. And how many of us spend so much time in our cars rushing from one event to another, and it's definitely a cause for stress. And actually, the irony too is that I'm sitting here with some time to kind of get some things done. And what am I doing? I'm scrolling social media. And I can tell you that it's not making me feel real great about myself. It's actually fueling some feelings of not goodness, anxiety, stress, frustration, comparison, lack, all of these things that are just not good. They're not good things to be feeling. And so I thought, okay, I need to pull out of this. I need to stop reading through these things that are either stressful or worrisome or just overall don't make me feel good about myself, and do something that maybe could help somebody else, because that will snap me out of it. And this is something that has actually helped me a good amount. And it's something that you may hear the sirens in the background. Sorry about that. Something's happening. Pray for whoever that is real quick. But I have turned to this over the last few years as a tool for just reconnecting. And I think one of the things that is so important about it is, the first time I heard about it, I thought this is kind of lunacy. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized how disconnected we are. And so the real thing that we're trying to do when we're earthing or grounding is connecting back to the actual literal earth and putting our bare naked feet on the ground, or our butts on the ground, or our body connecting literally to the earth. And it's important that we realize how important that is, right? So we often go through life day to day, running through the chores, the task lists, getting things done. And we don't not only get out in nature, but we don't touch nature, very literally. They talk about tree huggers and make fun of them sometimes, but I think that that's a good example of connecting to earth in a really powerful and meaningful way. And it's a really important thing because we actually were designed to live in earth. We were designed to walk on it barefooted, even. When last I heard we were created from dust, it didn't include tennis shoes or sneakers. So I think it's really important to think about that. What would be the most fundamental or basic clothing that we could wear, and how would that make us interact differently with the world around us? And if we can get back to those little fundamental things, a lot of times we don't have to shed all of our modern amenities, but we do need to be aware that we have to make time and be intentional about getting back to those basics and making them a part of our regular routine. So, grounding and earthing, what that looks like is connecting directly with the earth. Now, for some of you who live in the city, it can even be on concrete because that concrete will transfer the energies of the earth. And when I'm talking about energies, I'm talking about something that's very specific. Everything is made of energy. That's Einstein would tell you that. And the earth specifically has a current, right, going through it, right? If you're going to ground something, you put it through into the ground. And so that's what we're talking about doing. And we have a lot of energy in us. And I don't know, I feel like static is a good example. You can think about static as a way that we see that energy. Static, maybe your hair starts standing on end, or you start feeling all those little shocks, right? That's one example of energy, and how we can see it when it's being transferred through us. Now, a lot of the energies that gets transferred through us, we don't necessarily see, and it comes at us in all the products that we make. Because every product that we use has an energy. Everything that we touch has an energy. It's the way the world was created, and you can do more research into that. But ultimately, we need to be thinking about how we can connect with the most natural form of energy in a way that grounds us and balances us. And to ground us, we literally need to touch the ground, right? What could be more grounding than the ground? And so why I think so many people are rushing through their lives feeling maybe isolated or just aloof or imbalanced is because they haven't literally grounded in some time, because we walk through lives our lives with barriers to the outside world of nature, which is where we can get that balance and find that balance. It's always there waiting for us. And so while it may not solve all your problems, it's one of the tools in your toolbox that you need to take advantage of, right? Go out with your bare feet, even if it's cold. There are shoes that you can buy that actually specifically are good for earthing or grounding, because they have either are made for material like leather, natural material that can transfer that energy, or they have a little metal device in it that connects to the ground. Now, I don't know if that's as effective as bare feet in the sand or in the dirt, or laying on the ground on a picnic blanket or whatever. I think that it's just a matter of really trying, seeing how you like to ground and how you can make it a part of your regular routine, and being aware that it's something that your body actually craves. And what I've found is that sometimes I just feel like the only thing that will make me feel better is to just lay down on the ground. And it really is a very restful and peaceful place to be. So I highly encourage you to go out when you're feeling stressed, anxious. You don't have to find any real special place to do this. It can be your back porch. If it's a concrete patio, that could work. If you don't have dirt or grass or a natural area to go to. But it's something that you need to prioritize. They actually sell bed linens that you can plug into the ground, your outlet ground, and that connects to the outside ground. And you can have that as something that you sleep on. So you can get this grounding through the night as you're sleeping. So this is a real thing that people have spent a lot of time and energy trying to figure out. And we've tried it. We've had earthing sheets, and, I don't know that I noticed a real difference. I think for me, it's more important and more powerful if I simply just go out and sit and be connected to the actual earth itself. Feel the coldness, the dampness, and then return that warmth of knowing this thing that's been a constant in my life. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Random though it may seem, it is one of those simple tools that can really help us combat those feelings of stress and anxiety. And yeah, that's it. Everyone, I hope you're well.